What's going on, guys? My name is William Dauria, millionaire real estate investor for passive income, and that is what my channel is about, and entrepreneurship. And today we're going to deep dive into Grant Cardone's Season 2, Episode 3. Here we go. Okay, so episode 3 actually starts right after the pause of coronavirus. So he just gets back, right? And now he's resuming his 90-day challenge after the COVID break. He has a total net worth of $1,590 when he steps foot off his jet to resume starting on day number 14. And he said he feels like he lost all of his momentum and he's starting from day 1. So then he makes a cell phone call to the gym owner that he's hoping to kind of get something going with the next day. And he basically says, hey, dude, I'm back in town. Can we meet up sometime? He goes, yeah, tomorrow afternoon. That'd be a good time to come down to the gym. And Grant says, all right, buddy, I'll see you then. So from the airport, he actually walks to the RV dealership. I don't know how far it is, but last time he drove there. So I imagine that his walk was lengthy. And he gets to the RV dealership. And this is the place where he initially, on his very first day, he was able to stay in an RV, and the RV dealer was super cool about it, right? Except for this time, he stands in front of the RV dealer, and the RV dealer says COVID has rampaged us. In a good way, though. He has sold every single RV that he has in stock. But the bad news for Grant is now he has no place to stay. And the even worse news is that Jeep he actually sold to one of his employees. So now he has no place to stay and no wheels. So not a good start from day number 14/day 1 of getting back. So after that terrible, devastating news of no wheels and no place to stay, he actually goes to a hotel and pays for it out of his current net worth, which is now $1,461.88. Which he made the point of saying that day in particular that he rented the hotel, he had spent more money in that day, that one single day, than the entire 2 weeks previous to that combined. Okay, so day 15 starts off with him showing up to this gorgeous Victorian style rent house. I mean, the place is huge, it's historic, it's very nice, and he was trying to work something out with the owner, and then he found out that there was like 4 people staying upstairs, and there's too many people staying in this house, and he figured that that was just too many people to be messing with, and he basically was just like, this wasn't a good idea, let's bail, let's go find something else, and then it was on to the next one. Because he's looking for something that he can actually call his own and be his office, and possibly bring his family to stay with him all at the same time. So it's got to be safe, and it's got to be basically just him or his family, not a bunch of other people. Okay, so he Ubers from there to another rental property, and this rental property is an older home, but it's a cute little 3-bedroom. It's got a little backyard. Okay, but here's the catch. At this time, he has a net worth of $1,440. He's been Ubering places. That's why it keeps getting smaller and smaller. But the landlord wants $3,200 for him to stay for those 10 weeks, right? So Grant's like, all right, dude, well, I don't have that, but how about I do this? I'll offer you $1,600. That's literally cutting in half. And the landlord's like, dude, are you offering me half? Like, the landlord literally said that to him. Are you offering me half? And he was like, well, I mean, I'm not necessarily offering you half. I'm just seeing if we could, like, meet somewhere, right? And the landlord actually, believe it or not, get this, all right? He countered with $2,000, but you have to take care of all of the lawn work and the maintenance and stuff like that. Like, basically, it was like, I'll take a reduced rate, but you're going to do more than the average tenant. And Grant was like, yo, that's great. He agreed to $2,000, except for his net worth is $1,440. So I was like, okay, well, hopefully he's not paying right then and there. And so basically, he's banking on that $10,000 check that gym owner cut him before the whole COVID break and he had to come back. And he's really, really banking that he can still make this deal work with him, or he's not even going to be able to pay his rent, like, at all, literally, not to mention paying the Uber to begin with. Okay, so now he had just Ubered to the gym. His net worth is now $1,415. Now that he's secured a house, he needs, and he mentions securing a car, but he has to make this $10,000 deal that he made with the gym owner actually go through. He's literally opening the door, walking into the gym, about to sit down into the guy's office and, well, lack of a better term, basically beg for this money without actually begging. But he's like, dude, tell me what's going on. Can you still use me? This $10,000 check, are we still good for it? Here's what the gym owner said. The gym owner told Grant that he had fired his entire marketing department that Grant was going to be a part of. He fired everybody. Everybody's gone because he had to start cutting employees for, COVID-related cost, right? So basically, Grant was out of a job now, right? And Grant's like, well, I've got this $10,000 check. Can we still make something work, right? And there was a pause, and Grant at this point reverted to him sitting in the chair, after the fact, talking about it. And he was like, dude, if this guy took this $10,000 check back, I would be like literally starting from zero. Like, I have to get this guy on board if I'm going to make this $1 million project in 90 days, have any form of a chance to succeed at all, right? So he's holding this $10,000 check, and he's staring at Matt, the gym owner, and Matt's like, yeah, bud. Yeah, we could still make something work, right? And Grant had a big old smile. He's like, okay, I've had this check for so long. I need you to write me another one because I'm afraid the date on it is so old, right? So now Grant's net worth is officially $11,415.48, which will cover all of his rent for that house for the remainder of time that he's there, will easily buy him a little beater car, and will keep him afloat. Now he can really, really focus, not just money, but he can focus on building the business now that he's got the money thing out of the way. Later that day, on day 15, he deposits a check at a bank and then Ubers, because remember he doesn't have a car yet, he Ubers back to the new rental house that he got, and he's actually meeting the new landlord. But the landlord will not let cameras inside. But we did hear what was going on, like through a microphone, and the landlord seemed totally cool and stuff, and he put down his money, and he now has a place to stay. His net worth is now $9,399.28. Grant now secured a house, he now has an office, and he has a place that he can bring his family if he wants to in the future as well. Now it skips a day to day 17, and when it starts on day 17, he says he's still sick. So I think on day basically 16, he was probably out of it, like mentally exhausted, out of it, right? So I imagine that day that got skipped, he was just really, really sick, right? But he did say his first day in his house, he did not sleep very well. It probably has to do with an anxiety or possibly the fact that he was sick. But he felt like he really, really should be a lot further along than he already is by this particular day. And then his cell phone rings, and then he gets his COVID results. And the results are to be continued. That's literally where the episode dropped off. It was a super short episode compared to the other ones, but hey guys, if you guys like the content, consider smashing that like button. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys like seeing this stuff? Because there's a lot of countries that can't see this at all. So they're literally listening to this and kind of seeing it and living vicariously through this stuff. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Until next time, I will see you on the next one.